Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. You guys, I'm already laughing. I have a fun one for you today. We're going to be looking at best of St. Meghan Markle. I hadn't done that in a little bit where I just scroll through Reddit and see what's going on over there and talk about some of the articles pertaining to that one and that one's wife. Now, before we get into this, I have to tell you something hilarious. You guys, I recorded with HG. And I will not say what we did for his channel. That's up to him to disclose. But I will tell you for mine, it's one of the hardest you'll hear it. It's the hardest I've ever laughed, like ever on the channel. And I like to laugh. I couldn't even, I couldn't even record the outro with him. That's how bad I couldn't even talk. It's that bad. So I won't say whether or not I said spicy words, but spicy words happened, and I'm excited for you to hear it. So I'm just teasing it now because in a couple of days when I get it edited, I'm going to get that up. Look for the HG interview. If you watch no other video, watch that because he answers our Harry and Meghan narcissism questions and all the questions you guys submitted. But then he puts me on the spot. Like, you can hear my voice. Like, you just have to see it. Just wait. I'm so excited. Okay, now let's get into St. Meghan's Markle. What did I just say? St. Meghan's Markle? St. Meghan Markle. What am I doing with this? Well, it's coming up later in the video, but I don't know why. I'm still cracking up about it. So you're welcome, everybody. Now let's get into St. Meghan Markle. Starting with this, let's talk Plastic Man because he's been out of the loop for a little while now, and I'm not sad about it, and you probably aren't either. This was shared by Maria Grazia, and it says, Scabies got his check. So apparently Plastic Face has been posting stuff like this. Now, I told you before, it was my theory that King Charles, Prince William stuff coming out had to do with Harry and Meghan. I felt it. I called it. I knew it. And people were like, no, it's bigger. It's like to distract from the government stuff. And that's all well and good. But I'm telling you, Omid's getting involved too, which means Meghan's involved. So it has to do with Harry and Meghan, in my opinion. But let's take a look. It says, it's been 2 days since... I hate this guy so much. I really do. I have a long history with him in that I recapped his book and I want my life back because it was so bad. Endgame, oh, so bad. Okay. It's been 2 days since, whatever. Investigative team reported that King Charles, Prince William are secretly making millions from the NHS. Again, we talked about this. That is such BS, backwards clickbait. Is that right? Yeah, clickbait headline where they're trying to make it look like King Charles, Prince William are up to something nefarious. No. They have tenants. Their tenants are paying rent. One of their tenants is the NHS. And if you want to go there, the NHS is making millions off sick people. So let's call a spade a spade. But it says Armed Forces UK Charities and not one are member of the Royal Rota. Okay, it's so stupid. So stupid. He's like, oh, people aren't calling it out. They're not calling it out because they're smarter than you, Plastic Man. They understand how, life works and that you pay rent. It just is crazy to me, and it further proves my theory that this has to do, I'm telling you, I feel it. It has to do with Harry and Meghan. I knew it. I called it. Whoever this person is my hero. I guess they want to protect their identity, but I mean, this, quote, investigative work has as much truth as Endgame does. So, ... By the way, how is the Dutch translator doing, Omid? Oh, I love this person. If it's one of you, seriously, I'll marry you for your visa right now. That's amazing. This just really got me. Did you pay her damages yet? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, whomever you are. That's brilliant. Thank you for bringing that back up. In case you don't remember, Omid tried to blame the Dutch translator for basically accusing King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales, of horrible things that they didn't do. So I wish everybody would sue the pants off of him. And yeah, the whole thing's crazy. And he's just, again, it's like Harry and Meghan. Are they talking about Africa Parks? No, they're not. They don't. They just try to avoid. We didn't do anything. Same with this Plastic Face. I really can't stand this guy. Usually I don't let people get to me. I really can't stand this guy. I think it's because I had to read Endgame and it really sucked and I was mad. So again, original poster just goes on to say it's weird how through the stuff we found out about Meghan recently and the bullying accusations, different things like that, the Plastic Man has been completely silent, but this he's deciding to speak up on, so he must have gotten paid again. I really don't know. I actually saw it a different way. My thought was, oh, I think I don't know. I just don't think I bet she needs to keep him in her pocket, but I don't think that they're super close anymore, maybe. I think she's just such a raging narcissist once she doesn't have use for you anymore. That's it. But then I thought, so maybe it's that. Maybe they're not on any kind of terms, but he's such a sniveling, weaselly kiss ass. He may be doing this, again, to try to kiss her ass. So who knows? I don't know. I'm just speculating, but the whole thing's weird and they both suck. Then Amazing Pie, great name. Amazing Pie. Is it Mediocre Pie? No, it's Amazing Pie. Jumps in and said he's jumping in the hate William bandwagon without all the information because of Earthshot. And that's exactly where I'm coming from, too. It's my opinion. It's coming from the minions. Wow, that's rhyming. I smell Meghan all over this. I do. And of course, it's going to be at a time where William is getting positive attention. And how sick. I said it before. Think about the good that Prince William is doing for people, for the environment, for all of it. He's doing charity work, and that's when they want to attack the hardest. Now, let's say I'm recording this on Tuesday. It'll be up on Wednesday. I'm sure the news will be dominated elsewhere. I don't get political, so I'm not going to talk about it. I have no idea what's going to happen. But if it weren't right now the election, I'd say, oh, Meghan's definitely going to do something. She's going to be out and about taking a walk. With the election stuff, and again, I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see. With the election stuff, I think even she realizes there's just nothing. Nobody's going to break the news cycle right now. So if it was any other time, I'd be like, yeah, we're going to get a stupid pap walk or women's charity event that she did 4 years ago. She's trying to pass off as now. Who knows? So along those lines, I found this thread shared by, I don't know how you say that. Is it Extel? Sure, why not? Shared Earthshot ceremony is tomorrow. Of course, it'll be today. It's on Wednesday. So they were wondering if the duo will rear their ugly head. So let me know in the comments. And let's see. Do you think that we'll see either one of them? Again, normally this would be an easy layup. Yeah, definitely. Or baseball term that I don't understand. Something like that. Yeah, definitely. It'd be a home run. There you go. Baseball. No, it'd be obvious that the answer is yes. But again, with the news that's going to be dominated, whichever way, don't care, I don't think so. I should have asked HG that. I really wonder, though, in her narcissistic brain, where she thinks everything is everybody else's fault and she can do no wrong. Do you think she's capable of thinking a rational person? No, thinking like I'm thinking in terms of, there's just nothing I can do because the election is going to dominate the news. I mean, honestly, that's why I've been dying to have another live chat with you guys, but I just knew I can't right now. It's fine. People want to watch the election? Fine. Go watch that. We'll do a live chat soon. I miss those. But I don't know. I just wonder if if it ever occurs to her if she's just stuck in her own narcissistic way, if she can't think like that. But we have Lynn's Goggler here, another great name, that says Meghan will crawl through a parking lot somewhere, merching something, or have lunch laughing her ass off because she's so relatable and easygoing and great friend while not breaking eye contact with the pap. Again, normally I would be in this camp. I just don't know with everything going on in America. We'll see, but leave me a comment. What do you think? We'll take bets. Do you think that we will see something? Okay, here's our options. Do we think it'll be option A? We will definitely see some sort of stupid pre-planned pap walk or charity event or something like that with photos. Or she will be making her presence known elsewhere with some sort of planted stories of olive branches or whatever else nonsense they're trying to peddle. Or C, we won't hear from them. Let me know. So Sark Queen actually had a pretty interesting point, which is, I'm surprised she hasn't done her usual voting push. No videos, no pics of her in a silly hat or t-shirt or sharing an I voted sticker. That is weird. Okay, we're just speculating, but that makes me truly wonder if she's not having some sort of work done, maybe, perhaps, possibly, because that would so be like her, jump on that trend. Who was it? I was just talking to somebody. I can't remember who. I would totally give them credit. Spicy, was it you? Somebody just said you wouldn't be surprised if she... Okay, again, I don't get political here. I'm recording this on Tuesday. I have no idea which way the election is going to go. I don't want to talk about it. But if Kamala wins, you wouldn't be surprised if Meghan started volunteering in that. Maybe it's HG. Somebody said you wouldn't be surprised if she started showing up as a volunteer in that arena just to say, look at me, I do politics, something like that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. I hadn't thought about that. And then this was shared by Soleri. I hope I'm saying your name right. It says, who would you like to be the interviewer? So here's an opinion piece. If, as many of us suspect, Ozempra's recent sweet nod to Meghan referring to some beauty products, I'm so over those sweet nods. There are no sweet nods. There's no sweet with Meghan. Anyway, is an indication of, gearing up for a potential divorce interview. I thought that was an interesting question. Actually, I misread that. I think it was supposed to be interview, and they wrote on purpose. I'm sure it's hilarious. Interspew. Okay. Wouldn't it be lovely if the Princess of Wales was to give an interview of her own? Okay. I have a little issue with that, but I'm not picking on you, but I'm just saying, like, no, Catherine's very busy and important. She doesn't need to wade into this, but I always want to hear from Catherine, but no. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think no senior respected member of the British royal family has done an intimate interview in recent years. Now, I'm going to disagree and say, I love The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby. Did you guys see it? It was so good. I covered it here on the channel with Princess Anne and Catherine and William and Mike Tyndall and the good-looking guy that I can't remember his name that's also with Mike Tyndall. Anyway, so yeah, I'd say there's that. I know I'm teasing. It's not intimate, but I really enjoyed it. I want to go back and watch that again. Anyway, okay. So were Catherine to give a one-on-one interview reflecting on the last year, talking about her hopes for the future of her, William, the children, the monarchy. Okay, so I misread that. I understand what she's saying now. So she's saying, what if Catherine just went and spoke about this stuff? Now, Catherine has done podcasts before. And I'm not saying that trivially. I think I'm trying to think how to say that. Her hands are tied. She's a member of the royal family. She actually respects the role. So she's not just out giving interviews every 5 seconds. But she did a podcast, and I believe it was on that early childhood development stuff. Like she talks about things that are important to her. So it wouldn't shock me if she did something like that, but I don't think we'll ever get a spill your guts kind of interview. But I get what you're saying. I think it's like interesting because think about it. Everybody in the world would jump at the chance to talk to Catherine. I don't think many options are left for Meghan and Harry. So it says, let's see. Who would you like to see interview Catherine? Who would I like to see? I don't know the answer to that. I would like to see William interview Catherine or Princess Anne. There you go. How about Anne, Sophie, and Catherine sit down and have a conversation? I would love to see that. Or, have a small gathering or something, women's group, I don't know, where they talk about everything you're mentioning about what's important, what the last year's been like, what the future holds, what their hopes and wishes are, and what they're planning, that kind of stuff. I'd love something like that. I don't need it to be I just am not a fan of Oprah, but I'm actually not a fan of most quote unquote reporters. I'm just not. I think, it's just a whole bunch of bullshit biasness. But anyway, no tinfoil hat for me. So I'd rather them talk to each other. I want to see Princess Anne, Catherine, and Sophie sit down and talk about it. That's my pick. So let me know yours in the comments. As you can imagine, the comments were similar to what I was saying. Most people were saying she won't, that's just not her. And I get it. And a lot of people saying, I just don't see her doing that, but I wish she would. I'm same page. She won't. I think she's just, I love her, but she's full of the loyalty and the respect and all that. And she respects the role. So she would only do it, I think, if it was helping other people. She would never do it just to play, look at me. She doesn't need to. People naturally look at her wherever she goes. Again, not because of her outside beauty. Well, partially because of her, I'd stare at her. But no, it's because of her inside beauty. And so, she doesn't need to do gimmicks to try to get attention. She commands it naturally. Who doesn't want to be that? And then for feck's sake, Great Names points out that Catherine's much more likely to use her platform to shine a light on other people's experiences and charities. She might use her experience to highlight those who do great work in supporting patients and their families through a cancer battle. I thought that was such a good point and so well said. And I tend to agree. I think when she does things, it is to to help others. I'm stuck on this. Like, I just think it's so magical that she did share her I know everybody says I sent for Catherine. I don't care. I do. I love her. But she didn't have to share her personal medical diagnosis with us, but she did because she's a smart cookie and she knows that by doing that, so many people are going through same things or similar things, or, have had experiences like that, or caring for people in situations like that. So it helps, So again, I just love her. I don't care if you say I sent for her. I do. It's fine. So In Rainbows points out that one's wife, or that one, whatever, the wife will never allow herself to do an interview where she doesn't have the questions in advance and is not scripted. Amen. And I just say it like she's not quick on her feet. She can't think for herself. We see what happens. She spits out word salad that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm still stuck on that. I lose IQ points every time I try to break down some of her speeches. I really do. But exactly, she would never do that. And dim is too dim. I mean, can you imagine Harry if you'd ask him an unscripted question, he'd just go, he'd just eat crayons and drool. I don't know what he would do, but no, it'll never happen. They're incapable. They have to be all planned out and laid out. And again, I don't even know. I brought up Harry, but I guess they're talking about if they divorced. I'm sure she would. I mean, she'd try to go on the interview circuit. I don't know how any of that would work. She'd definitely play victim. I'm thinking about Amber Heard. That's what it kind of likens back to for me. Like, remember, she was trying to do that too, and she just came across so unlikable. Well, I wonder why, but I just don't think it would go well. I think she thinks she'd be a rock star at it, but it wouldn't go well. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I enjoy hitting those quick news stories like that and kind of wading through the BS and talking through our opinions. I look forward to reading yours in the comments. I love reading the comments. I always do. Even if I don't respond, I am reading them. I love your comments, so keep them coming. So let me know your thoughts on all this. But I like doing things like this, especially while they're not doing much. It's kind of an interesting way to hit a couple of stories. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll do more like this really soon. As always, thank you so much for being here. Again, in a few days, watch this HG thing. There's going to be one on his channel where we do something that he had me do, and then one on mine where he answers my questions and then embarrasses the hell out of me. So get ready for that. I'm so excited. I will do a live chat again soon. I'm letting this craziness that is our country die down a little bit, whatever happens. No politics, but I'm letting it die down a little bit, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll live chat. I miss that. It's my therapy. So do check the community tab, because sometimes it's kind of last minute. I just like to get together and be like, okay, I do have time. Let's do this live chat. So if you can bear with me on being last minute, I might be able to pull something together at some point. So check the community tab on my main page there, or check Patreon. You don't have to subscribe to Patreon. You can be a free member and just see notifications like, hey, we have a live chat. And also I'm at Real Recaps on Twitter. If you want to find me there, I try to post it there as well. So look for that. As always, you guys are the best. I appreciate you so much. Let me know. Oh gosh, there's my happy place. Windsor Castle. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful? I haven't. I'm obsessed. Guys, that's my house. Let's have tea at my house here. Let's have a meetup at Windsor Castle. That would go totally well, right? Anyway, guys, thank you for everything. I appreciate you so much. Hey, thanks to everybody who picked up the merch. Everything's fine. Check that out if you haven't already. And check out Patreon. Patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. I can tell you, I dropped a little teaser for the HG of it all, and people lost their minds, rightly so, because I just put a little bit of it up, and they're like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, you have no idea. Anyway, guys, I love you. Thank you for everything. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.